Hey everyone, welcome back for another news snippet from JBell Entertainment TV. Dive in deep today, getting into some nitty-gritty community stuff.
Yeah, I love this stuff.
Really getting our hands dirty with this one,
Yeah.
We're looking at the Hopewell Community Development Corporation.
CDC.
Exactly, the Hopewell CDC. And we've got a really interesting comment from a concerned citizen that's going to kind of guide our conversation today.
Yeah, a concerned citizen in Hopewell.
And this person is clearly passionate about seeing some positive changes in their community.
Definitely seems like they care a lot.
So why don't we jump right in? I'm going to read this comment and then we can kind of unpack it together.
Sounds good.
Okay, so this citizen writes, the CDC needs to come together and help Hopewell get back on track with new ideas and new faces.
Wow.
You can really hear that desire for action, can't you?
Yeah, for sure. Like a real sense of urgency.
Totally.
Yeah.
Brings up a really important point about the role of CDCs in community development.
Yeah, CDCs, they're pretty crucial.
For sure. But for anyone listening who might not be super familiar, could you maybe break down what a CDC actually does?
Absolutely. So a Community Development Corporation, or CDC, is essentially a nonprofit organization.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, and their main gig is to revitalize and strengthen communities, especially those that have been, facing some challenges.
Like struggling economically or socially?
Exactly. They work on things like affordable housing, economic development, creating jobs.
Oh, wow.
Community organizing, all that good stuff.
So it's like they're bringing together all these different pieces of the community puzzle.
Yeah, it's all about collaboration, right? They work with residents, local government, businesses, everyone to make things happen.
So going back to our concerned citizens comment, it seems like they feel that connection maybe isn't quite there right now in Hopewell.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like. Like they're feeling a bit disconnected.
And they're calling for new ideas and new faces, which I think is so interesting.
It really makes you think.
Right, like what does that actually look like? How do you bring in those new ideas and those new faces?
Well, I think it starts with understanding why those things are so important in the first place.
Yeah, why are they so important?
Think about it this way. If a CDC gets stuck in its ways, if it's not open to fresh perspectives, it risks becoming, kind of irrelevant.
Oh, I see.
Like, it might be doing things the same way they've always been done, even if those ways aren't working anymore.
And then they're not really meeting the community's actual need.
Exactly. And then you lose that momentum, that energy, that excitement that's so crucial for real change to happen.
And that can be super discouraging for everyone involved, right?
Absolutely. It can lead to stalled projects, missed funding opportunities.
Oh, yeah, that's a big one.
And, a decline in community morale.
So it's like this domino effect.
Pretty much, yeah.
So what can people do? I mean, if they're feeling like this citizen, like things need to change, where do they even start?
That's the big question, right? It can feel overwhelming, but remember, every journey starts with a single step.
That's a good point.
So maybe the first step is just showing up, making your voice heard.
Like going to city council meetings.
Exactly. See what's being discussed, who's involved, get a feel for the landscape.
That's a great idea.
And then maybe connect with existing community groups.
Oh, yeah, there's power in numbers.
Right. Find people who are already working on issues you care about.
That's a good one.
You can share ideas, resources, support each other.
It's all about building that community, right?
Exactly. And if you're feeling really bold, you could even consider taking on a more formal role within the CDC itself.
Oh, wow, like joining the board or something.
Yeah, exactly. It's a way to bring your unique perspective to the table, to be a part of shaping the future of your community.
I love that. It's like taking that passion and turning it into action.
Absolutely. And remember, successful CDCs are all about focus. They zero in on what the community truly needs and find creative ways to address those needs.
That's such a good point. It's not about trying to do everything at once. It's about focusing on what matters most.
Right. And that focus can really make all the difference.
So for everyone listening who's maybe feeling inspired to shake things up in their own community, what would you say is the most important thing to keep in mind?
Well, I'd say don't underestimate the power of your own voice and your own actions.
Wow, that's powerful.
Yeah, you can be a catalyst for change, even if it starts with something small.
I love that. And building on that, here's a little something to ponder. If you were in charge of the Hopewell CDC, what would be that first bold move you'd make? What would get people excited and re-energized?
That's a good question.
Keep that question in mind. as you think about how you can contribute to making your own community a little brighter.
Yeah, a little brighter, a little more connected.
Exactly. And remember, even small actions can have a ripple effect, so don't be afraid to dive in and make a difference.
Thanks for listening, everyone.
From JBell Entertainment TV,
Stay curious
and keep those questions coming.